Hey everyone, welcome back to Saturday Morning Toy Tunes, the weekly live stream here on my channel in which we all gather around the modern day campfires of our iPhone screens, computer monitors, what have you, television sets, and talk about things that happen in the Weekend Geek, and maybe play with a dollar or two. I'm Terry Smith, the host of the show, and I had a rough night last night, so it's gonna be interesting to see how well I perform. Today on the show, we're going to be unboxing and playing around with Princess Padme, Queen, if you will, if only for an episode or two. And we're going to talk probably a little bit about things that happen in the 6-scale world, because things are going crazy in the 6-scale world. There's so many releases from Hot Toys that I don't even know where to begin. We're also going to try to keep it short because Dobby has to go to the park and we have to go shopping and I have to mow. I would say that I have to mow again, but I never got around to mowing last week. So it's been a really, really weird day. But before we can get started, also in about, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, 25 minutes or so, I don't know, whenever I get around to it, I'm going to be live picking my top 3 from the past week, 3 strikes. The weekly thing where I just picked 3 of my favorite poses that were struck by people who posted them on the Facebook page, The Poser Posse. Yeah. So before we get around to that, I'm just going to go and say hi to everyone. Volume check. Does it seem like it's louder in here than usual to me, the music? I'm not going to turn it off because we can't have Saturday Morning Toy Tunes without tunes, obviously. But rolling through here, Steve Nara is here. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Hello, everyone. Can't stay. Got a cosplay event. We'll catch the replay. I think a cosplay event is a perfectly logical reason to skip this show. Actually, the list of perfectly logical reasons to skip this show is probably pretty lengthy. Steve131 from across the big pond is here. What's up, dude? Laura Quiles is also here. Great Doctor Who episode last night, right? Man. I mean, that's one for the books. Seriously. What was that, episode 4 or 5 that we're on now? Feels like 5. I know the season finale is coming up sooner than I expected. They were talking about they're having screenings of the season finale in England, and I'm just like, you Brits get all the cool stuff. Morning, everyone. Says Universal Keith. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Keith Lee is on his way to Dallas. Is this work related? Are you shopping for? What are you doing? Yeah, reach out. Let me know. That coffee is 2 hours cold. Gross. Yeah. As she said, safe travels. 14 Wellington's in the house pretty early today. What's up, dude? Good to see you here. Looks like not a lot of people today. That's cool. Because last week was just... could barely handle it. I don't think I can handle 55 people in the chats today. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Like said no YouTuber ever. God, I really hope I don't have a lot of viewers. Oh, I am not suited for YouTubing. I am not. I swear to you. Bad Wolf Media is here. What's up, dude? Good to see you, Mike. Yeah, my Saturday's going pretty well. I didn't make breakfast for myself. I instead went to Jack in the Box and had some really gross fast food. When did Jack in the Box become so bad? Have they always been that bad? Did I just not have taste back in the 90s? Is that why I thought they were so good back then? Because, man... I remember their breakfast stuff at least being really, really awesome. But that breakfast burrito that I just had, I was tasting some weird stuff going on in there, man. Like they made it with things that they found in a lab. It's just so foul. It's just so foul. I lamented not making the extra mile trip to the local McDonald's. Should have done that instead. Anyway, Pierre P's here. What's up, dude? How's Florida? Team window opener closed. Oh, yeah, yeah. AJ Agrusa's here. Brought his beard, as always. Let's see what happens when I pour Jack in the Box coffee into this small batch Trader Joe's coffee just to warm it up. But also to dull the flavor. Oh, this is gonna be bad, I can tell. Yeah, that's freaking awful. Alright, Jack in the Box. 1 star out of 5. Man, would not recommend. Won't be going again. I'm done. I'm done. The people who work there are really nice, but man, awful shit. Good morning, Terry and everyone. Says Christina Payne, bringing the pain early in the day. Let's see, who am I forgetting? Marlon Braswell's here. Hey, you got in here early, didn't you? Did you get General Kenobi? Oh, and good morning. I am getting General Kenobi. I have a General Kenobi on the way. I also have Mando Kenobi on the way, so I'm going to be Kenobi'd out. I'm trying to remember how many Kenobis that means that I have now. I have Sith Kenobi, Revenge of the Sith Kenobi, not Sith Kenobi, Sith Eyes Kenobi. Yeah, don't make that. And I have the Desert Dweller Kenobi from Sideshow, the Mythos Kenobi, which is cool. I think that's it. So after getting those two, oh, I also have the Clone Wars Kenobi by Sideshow. But that's still in a box. Maybe I should break that out and post that sometime soon. Anyway, so that's yeah. That's what I've got, and then I've got 2 more coming. So I'm kind of almost doubling my Kenobi in the next month or so. Man, they really hammered me with these. What I'm not going to get is it's not coming off the stand, and I don't want to. It's a mess over there. But I'm not going to get the Imperial Commando. I think I'm going to cancel that order. So somebody's going to get one. Somebody that wanted one is going to get one. Which one is amazing, Sith Spawn? I'm guessing you mean in Padme. It really is. Yeah, it really is. Be the first time I've opened this thing since I did the first look. And I feel like since I did the first look, my posable eyeball game has leveled up. I'm finally catching on to what it takes to pose eyeballs. For instance, see how that looks on screen? Yeah. Those, while they are straight ahead in neutral position, that was actually posed by me because those eyeballs have been all over the place. And yes, this is a very, very, very good figure. Very, very good head sculpt. Even in this crap ring light that I got from Amazon. And I know a lot of people were just going to talk about sleeve gate. I blame myself, I think. You probably noticed especially during the articulation segment of that first look video, the sleeves were riding way up, and they will do that on this figure. As soon as you move it, they're going to ride way the hell up. But if you actually have time, which I don't when I'm posing on articulation segment, you can adjust by stretching, and you'll get some coverage. Of course, other ways to make sure that you don't expose the wrist pegs is just don't go too terribly extreme on the posing. I mean, what happens when you put on a long sleeve shirt and you reach out like that? Sleeves right up. It's just going to happen. So with 6-scale figures, with 6-scale downscaled materials like that, it's all going to be exaggerated. Any movement that you do like that is going to cause the sleeves to ride up, just the way that it is. But fortunately, and get this, fortunately, before I move on to the next point, fortunately, Hot Toys really knows they're really savvy with the materials that they use. So this stuff is pretty elastic, and it will stretch pretty far, and you can, like I said, you can make it work when it comes to covering your sleeves. Look at that, 90 degrees, and I've got pretty much, I think, full coverage there. Yeah, full coverage. And it does the same to the front. And I think it would also probably help if you manipulated your joints from as close to the position of the joint as possible, because you won't be pulling on it as hard. And I know for a fact that I did not do that while I was working with the articulation. But yeah, it works. Yeah, sleeve gate is a non-issue. It's a non-issue. Legitimately the best Hot Toys Spider-Man figure that I've ever worked with. I wish I was getting it. I hope to have one someday. But the other thing I wanted to bring up when it comes to these is, I don't know if you watched the first look, you know that I hit some pretty extreme poses. I legitimately mirrored the Amazing Spider-Man Premium Format figure by Sideshow pose as the last pose, I think it was. Might have been. Oh, wait. I'm talking about a video that hasn't dropped yet. Okay, there's a poser short coming with this. Yeah, I had some pretty extreme poses with it. So here's what we're going to do. Look at those knees. Look at that. No wrinkles whatsoever. I know that there used to be a lot of people commenting in the comment sections on various Spider-Man videos about you can't put a Hot Toys figure with this kind of material in a pose for too long because it'll leave wrinkles and it'll ruin the figure. So notice, no wrinkles whatsoever in knees, arms, anything. So as an experiment, we're going to go extreme on this knee, and we're going to leave it there for a minute or two. And then we're going to unflex it to expose the wrinkles. And then we're going to set a timer during the show. And we're going to see how long it takes for those wrinkles to disappear, because they will disappear. That's just the nature of the material. Highly elastic. It takes some time to go back into shape. But go back into shape it does. God, that's bad coffee. There comes a time when you have to ask yourself the question, how badly do I want to live today? How badly do I need that energy? Do I need that caffeine bad enough to drink bad coffee? That's what I'm talking about here. Ali Lee is here. What's up, dude? Here, listening but not on. Okay, gotcha. Understood. Yeah, I turned the music down, Steve, so I think that's probably up. Darth Tamaris? I don't know who that is. Is that an actual character, or is that your name? Wayne Timothy, what's up? How you doing, man? Welcome to the chats. Liza Sellis here. Where you guys from? Darth? Wayne? Where are you guys from? I know I've seen Darth on here before, but I don't. Yeah, clearly I haven't seen you on here before, Wayne. So where are you from? Seriously, Doctor. Yeah, guys, seriously. I mean, if you're gonna have a first Doctor Who episode to watch, that might be one. But definitely, I think the number one for me is still gonna be Don't Blink. But this is really a close second. Strong episode. The Aztec 010. Was that the new Spider-Man? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the one that it's Sideshows. I gotta send this back soon. But just wanted to experiment with it, play with it a little bit. Work related as in shooting a wedding with Ali. Wow, that's fun. Awesome. Cool. Little side gig there. Happy for you. I hate shooting weddings. I've only been contracted to shoot 2 weddings. The first was an absolute disaster. Multiple equipment failures. Didn't scout the venue beforehand, so I didn't have enough light. And multiple equipment failures on top of that. And I legitimately lost 2 friends over it because I just ruined it. Ironic, I was just futzing with this figure last night thinking, what would Terry do? That's what's called, what is it, Providence? Yeah. Serendipity. You need to come up here and try that breakfast I shared a couple weeks ago, Terry, but you can't get it there. Yeah. I still think my favorite breakfast sandwich was one that I had at this place in San Diego last time I was at Comic-Con. I can't remember the name of the joint or the sandwich. Hang on. It was such a good place that I actually bought a coffee mug, but it's called the joint is called Spill the Beans. I have no idea what that is, what they're meaning by that. That's a stand that I don't need to scratch up because I gotta make a video with that soon. But let's go ahead and check out. I'm gonna look this up because I feel like with Comic-Con coming up, people are gonna want to know the best places to eat, and maybe I should just do a show based on that. Boy, I can't get this website to open though. I feel like the internet's being weird today. I just tried to get donuts before the show and failed at that, and that's why I had to go to Jack in the Box. But the donut shop, first one of their credit card machines went down, and then while I was waiting in line, and then the other one went down while I was waiting in line. So I had to walk away with no donuts, sadly. Okay, well, apparently this isn't going to open, and that's fine. Who cares? Let's go back to StreamYard. But Spill the Beans has some great breakfast sandwiches. In fact, they have the best breakfast sandwich that I've ever had. So hopefully that opens up. Sadly, I don't think any chain restaurants are improving the quality of their products in favor of increasing prices plus profits while lowering the cost. Yeah, dude, I think that's going on a lot. That's going on in a lot of different industries. I mean, just inflation in general is definitely being driven by corporate greed. It's definitely being driven by corporate greed. You know this because despite the fact that things have become less affordable, which might lead you to believe that people would be spending less, corporations are still are posting record profits year after year after year. Oh hey Terry, hey Terry, hope you guys doing good this morning. I love the Battle Hopper vid. Hey, thanks man. It's about the same size as Patents and Bicycle. Yeah, roughly, I think, if memory serves. It's been a long time since I've had my hands on the Patents and Bike, although it is. I just found out. I just realized this week that bike is still here. I thought I'd sent it back, but it's legitimately in my kitchen right now. So it's going to get sent back soon. I don't know, maybe I'll open it and take a look at it. It would be fun to do a size comparison of that on the between those two, but nah, that's just too much effort. I'm not going to go back there and go in there and leave the... Although dead air might be better than my ramblings this morning. I was kicking myself when General Konobi went on waitlist, but no, my comic book guy is hooking me up. That's good, that's good. It's a great figure. It's legitimately one of the favorite figures that I've worked with, that I've made a video for in recent memory. Between that and Mando, I mean, Obi-Wan's shares the prize, man. I mean, seriously, both those figures are just so good. Like, it broke my heart, even though I have one coming, it broke my heart to box up Sideshow's Mandalorian Obi-Wan and send it back. It's just so good. It's just such a great looking fig. And just coming out of the blue like that just excites me. I love being surprised like that, and it's not something that I anticipated. Hot Toys doesn't do a lot of immediate release figures like that, I want to say. So the fact that they're doing, and I know that people are already getting their Imperial Commandos, for instance. I mean, that's just brilliant. And I'm talking about people stateside. You know, yeah. Big Dog Pound is here. What's up? Notorious BDP in the house. Oh, God, really? Did your world change forever? Because mine did. No, the fries are kind of, I don't know. In-N-Out's fries are just really meh. Right? I think you can get the fries animal style, but the thing of it is that I just don't like them because they're just those little sticks. I know that that's their style, and I think that was kind of a popular style in restaurants back when they first opened up, but they just haven't changed. Oh no, that was not my Commando. No, that's Sideshow's Commando, and I still have it here for reasons. There are other figures that came in the box that I haven't wrapped working with yet, so I have to send them. I have to send them all back in the same box, so it's hanging out here. Don't read too much into that comment. Say the Holland sculpt again. Let's see it again. Still got the bent knee going on. Yeah. Is it not focusing on it? It's focusing on my hand, isn't it? There we go. It's good. It's undeniably good. And again, this is crap lighting. Rubbish lighting. But yeah, it's really, really good. Okay, let's go ahead and just do this. I think that's been long enough, so let's check this out. Oh yeah, wrinkly knees. Wrinkly knees. Before and after picture right there. So that's what we got. That's where we're starting. We've got like another hour-ish left in the show. So let's give it an hour. And I'm actually just going to keep an eye on it while it's sitting here. And it might not even take that long. But I predict, scientifically, that will go. Yeah, definitely not my Commando. Brian Ives Tan, what's up? Was the Captain Fox on top of the Super Battle Droid a stable pose, or was it just for a quick photo? Yeah, you should be worried it would topple. God, I have to think back. But there are ways that you can make it work. Trying to remember if it might actually be on the Poster Posse. Let's go ahead. While I'm doing this, I'm just going to go ahead and share the. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and share that screen. I'm really, really bad. For those of you who are new to the show, I'm really, really bad with StreamYard. Let's do that. Yeah. All right. So I want to say that somewhere in here is a photo, and I'm probably going to have to go back for days. Oh, that's a great idea. Who did this? Christopher Struthers. That's a nice nod, dude. I wonder if you're here. Shane Fogarty rocking the War Machine Mark IV pose. Huh. That's Shane again. Yeah, but that's not what I'm here for. Focus, Terry, focus. Drive down. If I posted it, it would have been a long time ago. Is there a search function? There is. Just search for that. Well, look at that. It's actually a first look. But let's just scroll and see if I did a photo. No, I did not. All right. All right, going to the end. There we go. I just want to make sure that that's what you guys are seeing. And it is. Good. Let's blow this guy up. No. So yeah, let me spin that, because I know that I've deleted the original footage of it. And yeah, just looking at that, I think I've got his foot on the back of his butt, basically, and his other hand. Okay, yeah, see what I've got there is I've got the and again, I don't know for sure that you guys are seeing this. Maybe it doesn't. Does it not share YouTube videos when you put them on YouTube? Oh, that's right. Okay. Hang on. There we go. Now let's see if that worked. Yay! Nailed it! I'm a genius. Look at me. Okay, so yeah, you can see that I have him. I have his foot supported on the back of the droid's butt, basically, and the droid himself is holding on to Fox. So that's like two means of support right there. The hand might be doing something right there behind the droid's arm as well. So you've got 3 points of support, which is going to keep it kind of stable. But I had nothing holding Fox's foot onto the back. Now, if you really wanted to try this, then you could probably use some museum putty on both those, on any or all of those points of contact there. And that would help. I can't guarantee that it's going to hold it in place for very long, though. So, yeah, give it a try and let me know how it goes. Because while I do have Fox here still, he is going back very soon. And I don't have a battle droid here. I don't have a super battle droid here anymore. Not yet. Let's see. What about Obi-Wan from the series? Morning, by the way, Terry. What about Obi-Wan from the series? Oh, no, I don't have that one. Yeah, I didn't really feel a need. I'm trying to keep myself within a very narrow lane of collecting. What I refer to as a narrow lane, which my ex would probably take exception to that. But I'm trying to mainly collect. Originally, the decision was to collect Mandalorian-based figures and Clone Wars-based figures. That has since moved from. I've narrowed that down even further to just Clone Wars-based figures, and not even all of them. So there are some that I will be skipping. I am, of course, planning to get all the Bad Batch, so I've still got tech coming. Obviously not Imperial Commando. I think that's probably not happening. Can I wait for General Kenobi to get? I may be getting ATRT to put him on. I got Bark and Snap with Anakin to put with it. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's a good. I still got the Bark speeders down in the basement. I keep hanging on to them because I keep hoping that the ATRT is going to get here. I don't know, those things take up a lot of space down there. I mean, comparatively speaking, I've got a pretty big basement. The basement basically doubles the square footage of the house. But I don't know. I need to get some stuff out of there, man. It's just too cluttered. It's like cardboard boxes are an open invitation to brown recluse spiders to come in and live in your house. They love cardboard. Cardboard is basically rotting wood, and rotting wood piles is their favorite place to lurk. And I just don't want them in my house anymore. I think they're all gone now, but that may change. It's probably screen accurate since the new suit isn't Stark Tech. That's a valid point. That's a valid point. Or is it? I guess it couldn't be, could it? Yeah, he made it himself. TV show Clone Wars Mando Kenobi's on pre-order. Yeah, man, that's... Yeah. Used to be my favorite character in Star Wars. I feel like he's been supplanted by Ahsoka. And maybe a few others. But I don't know. I'd have to really give it some thought. Overall, how are you feeling on this new red and blue suit, Terry? Doesn't compare favorite. Like I said, I really do feel like it's my favorite. I mean, most of the time, as much as I love Spider-Man and have... Spider-Man has been a part of my life since I was single digits. You know, yeah, very, very young. And I collected the comic books for years and years and years. I've got legitimately probably 2 long boxes at least of Spider-Man comic books alone downstairs. And so I love Spider-Man to pieces. But I think I probably got a little bit of Spider-Man fatigue with all the Spider-Man figures that I've worked with for Sideshow. So they kind of... My enthusiasm diminished with repetition, which I think can happen with anything. Too much of a good thing and all that. But for the first time in a long time, after messing with this figure, I got really, really super excited. And, yeah, really super thrilled. By the way, Wrinkle check. Going away, huh? Notice that? Much better. Much better already. I predict by the end of the show that it will all be gone. Yeah, you've mentioned that, but I'd argue that life is too short for bad coffee. Take the time to do it right. Yeah, I think I'm just going to forego this. And, God, I wish I'd poured myself some tangerine juice or something, because I'm just not feeling this. Wayne is from New Jersey. What's up, dude? 15 minutes outside of Manhattan. Good for you. I've never been to New York. Never been to New York. I keep thinking about going there and just, you know, surprising some of my friends that live there. Just like send out a mass Facebook message to everybody with a photo of myself, you know, in New York, being like, "Hey, who's free? I can do this experiment too. I've got my Toby kneeling down right now for an important reason. He's been there almost 24 hours. I'd straighten him up if the reason he's kneeling to see. Yeah, cool. See." And I've never had a Hot Toys figure that I've had in a with a suit like this, that I've had in an extreme pose for a pretty decent period of time. I've never had an example where a situation in which the wrinkles didn't fade over time. I've put those things back in boxes when they were wrinkled as hell, like, oh man, yeah, I trashed that figure, and then opened them back up later and they were fine. Not saying that that's the case with every figure that has a plastic-based suit, but yeah, that's been my experience. Spill the Beans side isn't loaded for me either. Oh, I hope that's not a bad sign. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I can't afford to go there under my own steam, and Sideshow's no longer footing the bill. So my Comic-Con days are probably done, unless I, you know, hit the lottery or something. Americo... I don't even know how to pronounce that. What's up, dude? Welcome. I think this is the first time I've seen you here, but it's not the first time that I've seen Windman. My favorite SDCC breakfast place is Broken Yolk Cafe. Been there a time or two. Yeah, a few blocks from the con on 6th Avenue. Great food, very quick and tasty breakfast burritos. Yeah, that is a great place to eat. I've eaten there many times. Just discovered the other place, like I said, last year. Who's this? Kenneth Bird. What's up, dude? Good to see you. The Gambino. Man, we got a lot of new and or rare faces in here today. That's kind of cool. 47 is still pretty high on the chat mark. I'm way behind again. That would fit. 5-finger employee discount. Yeah, they keep careful track of that. They're on it. There's legitimately a spreadsheet that that they've put together, just to make sure that they're on top of everything that they've sent to me. Yeah, not that I would do it intentionally, but I do have organizational issues. Like I said, I had no idea that I still had the bat cycle. You know, they were showing on the spreadsheet that I still had it. I was like, dude, I don't think I have that anymore. And we've been coordinating this past week, trying to make sure that that's all up to date, because a lot of stuff that I've sent back is still on the spreadsheet. And I'm like, hey guys, you've got this now. But lo and behold, the bat cycle is one that I've not sent back. And again, I think it must be because it has to be because it goes into a box with something else that I'm holding on to. That's really the only reason that I hold on to these things for very long, in hopes that I can have an opportunity to pose it up with another figure, a companion figure. Yeah, I'm glad you agree with me on that one. Makes the old one look inferior. Well, yeah, it's harsh. It is definitely a step up, though. And I think pretty much any artist will tell you that looking on their old work just makes them cringe. Which it should. If it doesn't, then it means you're not growing as an artist. Legend version of Spider-Man Final Swing. Nice. Is that what they're calling it? The Final Swing? That's neat. I like that. I took one photo with the unmasked head and then swapped it. That head will never be on that figure again. Yeah. I've had that experience. Oh, yeah. Thanks for encouraging people to hit that like button there, brother. I have stick to Iron Man for the last 10 years and Predators. I don't have the stomach to deal with fabrics. Yeah, I get that. I think that's part of the reason why a lot of the figures that I collect also wear helmets. It's very rare that you'll see a figure in my apartment that actually has a portrait, human portrait. Because I am particular when it comes to those. And but this is one I like. The exceptions on display right now would include the Temuera Morrison portrait from the Boba Fett 2-pack, where he's wearing the Duskin garb. And I think I have, yeah, Ming-Na Wen's portrait down there with Boba on the throne. And also, yeah, they're still there. The Rise of Skywalker versions of Rey and Ren, which they're both just such good portraits. And I'm not even into that movie, but I love the characters. I think the characters are great. The actors played no small role in that. Yeah, I mean, the characters are great. They just left me behind on that last movie. Rune Samuelson, we are so global here today. Well, welcome all the way from Norway. Rune Samuelson is here. Good to hear from you. I was listening to, man, I thought about you actually, when was it? This morning. Or last night. Yeah, last night when I was walking Dobby in the park. And on the way there, we were listening to a band called Volbeat. And I'm like, what is up with yeah, they're Swedish. And like, what is up with me and Swedish bands? It seems like a huge chunk of the bands that I'm listening to these days are from Sweden, from your part of the world, not your country, obviously. But it also occurred to me, I'm like, man, why am I not listening to any Norwegian acts? So I might need to explore that a little bit. Denmark's got some good ones too. Mercure is somebody that I got into about a year ago. It's the name of the musical act, but it's actually she's like a one-woman project. It's a project. But she's fantastic. Started out with black metal. Some amazing shrieks, but kind of danced back into folk. And now she's gone back into black metal. And the funny thing is that she said the thing that brought her back to black metal was motherhood. Oh. Anyway, yeah, nice to see you too, Rune. Beskar Kid, what's up, dude? 1 amazing 8 weeks Hot Toys gave us Star Wars fans 16 new figures added to the collection and a bunch of bangers up for pre-order. I'm guessing that at least some of those 16 figures are multiples. I saw that you managed somehow to score multiple Umbra operatives. Good on you, man. Yeah, you're not the first to request that, and I've actually been considering it as recently as this week. A lot of things prevent that from happening. Not the least of which is that my house is in a constant state of flux when it comes to the display. So I never have the display or the collection perfect enough for what I would want it to be in a collection room video. Right now, for instance, my detolf shelves desperately need cleaned. I don't know what caused such an accumulation of dust at the bottom. I think it was the humidifier that I was using. But yeah, there's always something that needs to be done. So what I was considering is maybe doing a collection room tour in stages. And like, okay, I just cleaned the detolf shelves tonight. Tomorrow, I shoot footage of the detolf shelves. A week from now, I clean the shelves in the studio and repose everything. Then I shoot that, and I just keep compiling footage. So, and over the course of maybe 2 months, I finally get the whole thing shot. That's the only way that I can conceive, though, that I can do it. But thank you for letting a miniature fire under my butt. I will be thinking about that. I can't remember if I've asked, is your basement actually finished? No. Oh, it's a concrete floor. The walls are river rock and mortar that have been sealed with that awesome stuff that prevents moisture from coming in. And for the most part, it's successful. It's trying to come through, though. Commander Green, you made it. What's up, dude? Great photo earlier. I only caught a glimpse of it, but I was like, yeah. I'm not drinking that shit. That's bad. I should just I'll walk off the screen right now. And my mouth is so freaking dry. I can't stand it. I won't be collecting the Ahsoka series figures. They all look amazing, at least the protos. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's another break from my That's another break from my my collecting focus, but I'm rationalize it by saying I kind of feel like, at least to some degree, the Rebels series was a continuation of Ahsoka's journey, which kind of is what the Clone Wars was all about, and now the Ahsoka series, obviously. So I'm kind of rationalizing by saying, okay, Rebels is kind of Clone Wars 2.0. I mean, they canceled Clone Wars because Disney wanted a different direction in the animation. They wanted it to be more... Why can't I remember the name of the concept artist? McQuarrie. They wanted it to be more based on the art of Ralph McQuarrie. And they wanted a different vibe, and they got it. But they managed to kind of keep it similar to the point that, yeah, it all felt familiar to people like me. In regards to brand new Spider-Com, do you keep your brown shippers in the Hot Toys boxes? Yes. Yes, I have multiple massive totes downstairs, and I keep those Hot Toys boxes in those. In theory, it should prevent the brown recluses from invading the Hot Toys boxes. So far, so good. I've had no issues. And the people who take care of my pest control are amazing. They really are amazing. It took like 6 months for them to completely eliminate, or maybe 9 months for them to completely eliminate the appearance of brown recluse spiders in the sticky traps down there, which is a pretty good indicator that they got them all. What's this? If you still feel some Spider-Man fatigue for figures while going by Hot Toys' upcoming advertisement, you have a black suit with some big claws in your future. Yeah, that looked pretty cool. I completely forgot about it, and I'm kind of excited to see it. I'm trying to remember. Which movie is that from? Is that the Toby suit? What is that? Or no, that's the video game. Duh. Okay. Sorry. There was wine last night. Oh! Oh, okay. Awesome, man. Okay, thanks for clarifying that. That's good to know. I had no idea. I never would have known. So thank you for bringing it. Thank you for making me aware. Appreciate you there. Inferior Spider-Man, worst Spidey comic ever. I don't think I read that. I don't even know the premise of it. Superior Spider-Man was great, however. But anyway, getting back to this, yeah, the black suit is, it looks awesome. Do I have the ability to post that? I'm not even going to bother. But Hot Toys, as I think everybody here should know by now, but, oh God, I just read a really bad Steve Nara joke. Oh, that's it. Yeah. Nice work, dude. Yeah, I think another good Danish act is The Devil's Blood. I think I brought them up here on the channel before, but great black metal band. They broke up years and years and years ago, and their guitar player, their songwriter and guitar player, Salim Lamouchi, is he started his own band called Salim Lamouchi and His Enemies, kind of a spin on so-and-so and his friends, I guess. But then he died. Yeah, he made the questionable judgment of dying on us. So we've lost a really great act. Oh, is Volbeat from Denmark? There we go. God, they're so good. They opened for Ghost. What, 3 tours ago? And I had no idea who they were. I didn't even give them a listen before the show, and I just flat out didn't watch their set. Just stayed at the restaurant a little bit late, got there while they were still playing, and didn't even go in until Ghost was ready to play. And I really regret that. Bad call. Volbeat is just so much fun. They find a way to blend hard rock and rockabilly, and it just works. It works so well with black metal elements. I mean, they've got black metal subject matter in there, obviously. Hey Terry, do you think we'll get a figure or two from Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League down the line? I know the game's faults, but I think the designs for Superman and Batman are stellar. Oh, okay. Well, full disclosure, Ross, I have not played that game. I won't play that game because I've kind of stopped gaming. It was taking up too much of my time, and I'm not very good at it, so I would get frustrated. So as with anything negative in my life, I try to kick it out. That being said, it's hard to say. I don't know. I'm not privy to any internal conversations from Hot Toys. I'm privy to very few internal conversations at Sideshow. So anything that I say about this is basically conjecture, and I don't really know enough to even make a guess. They don't do a lot of video game figures, comparatively speaking. They do more than I would have thought they would have done 10 years ago. But it's anybody's guess. How popular is the game? I don't know. I have not seen, beyond seeing an initial trailer for the game when the trailer was first released, I haven't seen any of the designs for any of the characters. So if I have seen the Superman and Batman designs, then I can't remember them at all. So sorry, I wish I could be more helpful for that, but thanks for bringing that up. As for the Ahsoka line, all I have on pre-order is Thrawn. That just means you're a human being. God, that looks so good. All of them do. I can't wait. Actually, I can wait. My wallet can wait. One of the most delightful things for me about that photo that Hot Toys posted, showing this quarter's upcoming releases. Is it for the quarter or is it for the month? I don't even know. Is that only one of them is on my to-buy list. I'm like, yes. I can catch up on some figures that I've had to wait on, maybe. Or just take a break. Multiples of the chrome coating. Yeah, okay, the gold clones, plus 3 Umbras, 2 Mace Windows, and a partridge and a pear tree. Decided I need to pick up another Mando Kenobi. That helmet's too good not to use. Yeah, kind of felt like it was small, but I feel like that about all of Hot Toys helmets. That's a design decision on their part. It's clearly their aesthetic preference to go with a helmet that wouldn't fit over the head of a normal-sized person. Looking at you, 501st. And I have to admit that it does look pretty good that way, because when I put on the Black Series helmets that I have, it just makes my head look massive. And that's just the nature of the beast. Question from Lane Cream. What figure or character would you really like to see Artisan figure Hot Toys do? For me, I would like Artisan Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. That's a solid choice. Well, they already did Jack Sparrow, right? So that's out. Luke Skywalker? Yeah, I think Luke Skywalker. Talking Farm Boy. Yeah, classic Farm Boy Luke Skywalker. That would be amazing. Because I traded mine to Brett from Sideshow. No longer with Sideshow, formerly with Sideshow, for a premium format figure at a time when I was still really into statues, and totally regret that now. Totally regret that now. I've still got the statue, but it's not on display. I don't think. I don't even remember what statue it was. Looking around, looking around. Could have been that Groot. I think it might have been Groot. The Ashoka line looks incredible. Makes me wish I had more room as my display is almost gone. Oh, display space is almost gone? Yeah. Yeah, one sympathizes. All my shelves are full. All my shelves are full. Yeah, Spider-Man 2. Honest opinion on the Age of Ultron Hulkbuster. Is it worth it? Because I've seen the displays by other collectors and I don't see much poses, just standing up. Clearly it wasn't worth it for me. Because I don't have it. I've seen it in person on a couple of different occasions. At Comic-Con and on display at Sideshow with other Hot Toys stuff. It's on when I saw it was on a pedestal outside of the conference room in the marketing wing. But for me, I never really, and this like harkens back to our conversation last week about it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Don't be a dick. Consider your comments and just, I don't know, just be polite, just be good. But a lot of people were just, when they first announced the Hulkbuster, it was looked like it was going to be fully articulated. You're going to be able to do all this great stuff with it. But they only had a bust of the Mark 43 to put in there for display, and the outcry became fail, absolute fail. Hot Toys dropped the ball yet again. The same litany of rude comments from people. And Hot Toys was just like, all right. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it wasn't as a result of the comments. Maybe it was more to do with just, I think we can do this. We should try to do this. But they produced a figure that was able to fit in it an entire Mark 43. But at the cost of articulation and range of motion. So at that point, I just lost interest. I really wanted to be able to do some awesome battle poses with this Hulkbuster, and it just won't do it. They sacrificed range of motion in favor of the ability to fit a full figure into it, which is cool. It's really, really awesome that they were able to do that. But when they did it, it became less fun for me, and I didn't want to spend the, what was it, $1,200 to get it? Something like that? I don't think it was $1,200 when it first came out. I think it was less, but yeah, okay. Sorry. One of the many problems with me falling so far behind. Artisan Hut Slayer Leia. I don't know that they'll ever make that happen. I mean, we've seen that it can be done. I don't think Disney will let that happen. Yeah, I don't think so. Blind luck. Blind stinking luck. Combination of luck, having the right skill set at the right time, and having people skills. I was a collector of Sideshow stuff long before I even considered. I mean, I always thought it would be great to work for the company. And I was right, in many ways. Yeah, I just, I got to know their web team through the Sideshow Freaks forums. I was a massive, even back then, before I worked for them, I was a massive advocate for the products, for the figures, for the statues at the time. And I took on, I was white knighting for Sideshow from the early days. I took on the rude dicks in the chats, and was just like, oh man, no, you know, that was rude. You're wrong. This looks great. So that there's a long storied history of me doing that, and like to the point that when I first showed up at Comic-Con for my first time, used to be on the Friday of Comic-Con, Sideshow would host a party for the Sideshow freaks. Until the Sideshow freaks got too big and they couldn't afford to do that anymore. But I showed up for my first Sideshow freaks party, and when I walked in, they always had a packet for everybody. You just drop your name with the person who was there, with the Sideshow rep who was at the front door, and they would give you a packet with a T-shirt and some other goodies. I don't know, maybe a drink token? Not sure. And the person who was behind the desk at the door and handing out packets, her name was Dusty. Saw me come in and didn't even ask my name. Before I even got to the table, she pulled my packet out and handed it to me. So they knew who I was even before they met me. And it was a year or two later that they asked me to participate in a video they were doing where they were interviewing fans about Sideshow stuff, about pop culture in general, I think. And I participated in that. I don't even know if it ever went live. I don't think it did. But in working with the team, the multimedia team at the time, they decided, let's figure out a way to work with this guy. And I got a call one day and said, we know that you're a journalist. Would you be interested in doing some writing for us? And that's how I started writing stuff like for Court of the Dead and for and coming up with backstories to go with the Mythos figures. So that was my first job. My first job for Sideshow was legitimately coming up with the backstories for the Mythos line. And I was involved with IP for a while, and then I got roped into other things. Anyway, that took too long. To make a long story long. Keith Lee is on the plane. See you guys later, man. Stellar Blade figures are the only video game figures I need. Okay. All right, reach the bottom. What time is it? 10:21. Right on time. Yeah, me too, man. I don't even think that they exist anymore. I mean, I'm sure somebody has them. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just, the people that I met in the early days at Sideshow, they really liked me. I don't think I ever fully impressed the brass. But, yeah. Mike Games is here. What's up, dude? Yeah, like again, it was a really long, complicated process. I'm gonna just dump this coffee really quick, so you guys just enjoy some tunes for a little bit. What you doing? See that guy? Look at that guy. What's up to? We'll go later. We're gonna go soon. I got some posing to do. Daddy's got to pose. All right. What is a hot toy you can see rising in value in the future? Anything that was released in the past 6 months. Yeah, it's supposed to be a campfire effect. The flickering light in the background is supposed to be a campfire effect. Yeah. But I don't know, I just kind of liked it. I tried doing it for Unsealed and Revealed, but I was voted down by the entire team. They're like, no, that's too distracting. And I'm like, that's what I like about it. As long as they're as long as they're paying attention to the flickering light in the background, then they're not paying attention to me, and that's okay. Darth Kerbaby! Haven't had the opportunity to say that in a while. Welcome back, my friend. Good to see you. Not meaning to. Sorry, Anthony, if I just seem like I breezed by that, but that was just my visceral thought on that matter. But I originally thought that the most recent Bad Batch figures would go up in value. Crosshair, Tech, and Wrecker. But now I'm not so sure. Now that the series is over, I think historically what you find is that enthusiasm for those characters will probably diminish. That's kind of a trend that I notice. I could be wrong. I'm frequently wrong, by the way. As much as I like to, carry myself with confidence and suggest that I'm always right, I'm frequently wrong. But, so we'll see. Yeah, it's hard to say for multiple reasons, because it used to be you could say with near certainty that, pick an Iron Man figure that was ridiculously valuable. Let's say the Mark V. It used to be that you could, predict with confidence that thing was going to continue to rise in value, because over time people break them, or they're, I don't know. Yeah, more and more people get into 6-scale figure collecting every year. This is because this is for many reasons, but I think the number one reason is that the population of the world continues to rise, and as those babies that are being born grow into adults with disposable income, they look for things to spend their money on. So it's a natural course that as the population continues to increase, so too will the number of people collecting 6-scale figures. Ergo, over time, most of these figures will be increasing in value on a long enough timeline. Oh yeah, drums, baby. Give me drums. That being said, Hot Toys really blew that theory out of the water for me when they started doing re-releases. The Mark 46. Re-released the Mark 46. The Mark 45? Did they re-release that? Definitely re-released the Mark V and just totally blew the value of that thing out of the water. So it's hard to predict. So if I were to answer that, my initial answer would probably be the best answer. Arena Suit Fett will probably continue to go up. I can't see them doing that again. I think that... Yeah, I'm just going to comment on this. I just caught this out of the corner of my eye. Darth Kabebe says, I can't believe how expensive Crosshair is now. Yeah, and you wouldn't know it to be in my house, because currently Crosshair is precariously posed at the top of a 7-foot shelf that might be leaning forward a little. I need to take steps with that shelf. That's really a treacherous place. I put it there just to put figures on, like when I'm working. Sometimes I get ahead of myself and I'll finish a video and start the next one without even putting the previous figure away. So I put shelves back there on the wall, floating shelves back on the wall, just so I could have a place to put things. And now it's just full of figures from my collection. Yeah, and yeah, I legitimately have Crosshair at the very top with the other Bad Batch figures, and I'm just like, dude. That's an $800 figure now. You can't be doing that shit. Okay. Where was I? Oh, look who's here. Gina Be Collecting. I haven't seen you here in a while. Have you been here lurking? What have you been up to? I still remember the description you wrote for the Mythos Obi-Wan. Yeah. Nice. We exposed to your excellent photos and videos, so you don't... Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, if you have a Mythos, one of the original Mythos statues from Sideshow, they should have come with an art print. And on the back, there will be a brief story that accompanies the character. And so if you take that art print, flip it over, and read that story, that was written by me. The actual ideas behind the story were presented to me in like bullet-pointed form. And I actually had to come up with a narrative. Because, yeah. I was a ghostwriter, basically. God, I love tangerine juice, man. I make a tangerine sauce that is to die for. And I think I might be making it today. I'll have to go buy tilapia. Oops. Okay, hope it's okay to ask, what do you think of the Jazz Inc. Catwoman? Since Jazz Inc. DC stuff is licensed. I can talk about it. I saw the post with the photos, and I just kind of gave it a cursory look, but even that cursory look was enough to raise my eyebrows. It's really, really good. It looks great. So they stand to become a formidable. I'm burping. Sorry. They stand to become a potentially formidable force in the 6-scale market, and because their other stuff that they do is just great. Their attention to detail is on point, and yeah, I like it a lot. Again, it's outside of my collecting, but I would love to get my hands on one someday and just get a close look at it. But that's unlikely. The Bad Batch was great. Crosshair is definitely the anomaly, but the other figures are selling for dirt cheap. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably something I don't want to comment on too much. Other than to say, I think that I think they looked at the sales of Hunter and Echo and probably downscaled their production run of the subsequent figures. Probably. That would be the smart thing to do. Nobody likes to produce with the idea of having backstock. Not really. I mean, this is my show after all. Profound moments of wisdom are, I'm guessing, few and far between. I don't know. Maybe I just have that air about me. It's the hair. It's the wizard look. Let's face it. I mean, this look inspires confidence. Wise old man. No. Don't be taken in by this visage and the elegant flowing locks. Oh, yeah, me too, man. Me too. They are toys, and wear and tear will happen. If you can be as careful as you want to be. And by the way, I'd just like to point out that those wrinkles are almost gone. See that? Yeah. So, I'm predicting by the end of the show they're going to be gone, and it's about time for me to start posing. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. I had surgery on my left knee. So your eye and my knee could get together and commiserate at some point. Yeah, I had to have what do they call it? When you have to have part of your meniscus removed? Meniscectomy? Something like that? Anyway. Yeah, they shaved down my meniscus, and I've been in physical therapy 3 times a week as a result. So yeah, I'm glad you, hopefully they saved your eye. Yeah. Oh, it's not orange juice, my friend. As I said, tangerine juice all day. Trader Joe's, $3.99. David Muscat has a question. Have you ever had any input or say in any of the premium format pre-orders? Piece of shit. I don't know what POS means. But have I ever had any input or say in any of the premium formats? No. No, I was briefly on the development team, but it was a situation where my real job at Sideshow only required me to be there part-time, but they wanted to have me available full-time, so they kind of threw me in with the development team. But the development team responded pretty much like any team would respond when somebody without any of their skills was thrown into their into the pool with them. And that was, they basically just kind of ignored me. so I didn't get to do much. One thing I did get to do was I got in pretty tight with the mold and cast team, because my desk that they sat me at was right there with them. and they taught me their craft, which was really, really awesome. I'm really grateful for that. Michael Woodring and Chadwick. Oh God, I can't remember Chadwick's last name. And there was another dude there too. Brain was fried, but good guy. But yeah, they taught me how to do mold and cast, and so in that time, I was given the task of creating the casting the prototypes for the bomb that came with the Bomb Squad Trooper. So my DNA is in that figure. So if you have that figure, then yeah, I helped in creating that figure. I had a role in that. It's very minimal. Very minimal. But that's it. No, I was never... what was it? There was one thing. I think I've shown off the kit bash that I did of a clone trooper character that I created called Reaper. It's painted his mask, painted his helmet like a skull. He was wearing a Jedi robe. He had a whole backstory for him. He was basically like a boogeyman for stormtroopers, or like the Punisher for the Star Wars universe. But pretty awesome character. I was really, really proud of it. Proud of his look. And one day I walked into the design department, and there were drawings of basically Reaper. They were gonna. I think that they were considering the idea of doing like Mythos clones. Never came to pass. Obviously, I think they just shit-canned that idea a decade ago. That's why I feel comfortable talking about it. But yeah, that was the closest I think I think somebody saw that on my desk and was just like, Yeah. Or maybe not. I mean, putting a clone in a hooded robe is not really that original of an idea. I mean, they wound up doing it with Bad Batch, with Rex was wearing a hooded robe at some point, or hooded cloak. And I doubt seriously that Filoni got the idea from my desk. Yeah, me too. Me too. That would be great. And who knows, maybe they will. I mean, I'll never be able to afford them. Recently realized one of the little silver bits on the Empire Strikes Back Vader's missing. Not sure what happened there. Is that the Hot Toys version? Yeah. What did I... somehow or another, there are with the new crop of Jedis that are coming out. That freaking song. Let's just skip it. I'm tired of it. Nothing's working. I'm ruining everything. There we go. What's it called? Rain in New York. I might take that out. But the lightsaber hilts, the unwired ones, the little nub there for hanging it from the belt, is removable and replaceable with. You can either have a short version, which is what it looks like in real life, or an extended version of that, so that it will actually mount onto the belt. And somehow on one of those figures, and I think it was Kenobi, I lost those before I even realized that they were supposed to be there. No, it was Mace, because Mace is in the Kenobi figures, they come in a little baggie, but in Mace's box they actually come loose. And at some point, I must have just been moving the plastic tray around, and I dropped them somewhere on the floor. And they're so tiny that they're just going to be innocuous. I'll just have to sweep the whole floor and get all the bits and detritus into a pile. And yeah, hope for the best. I've hung out with you enough shows that I know what's beside. Yeah, that's more accurate. That's more accurate. I don't act like this in person, do I, Mike? Yeah, I'm not this animated in real life. I'm more low-key. I accidentally broke off a missile for him on a black and yellow neon Iron Man. Dude, that sucks. Yeah, that very same Iron Man fell from that aforementioned 7-foot shelf. along with the War Machine, the Neon Tech War Machine. I mean, they weren't worth much already, I guess, but yeah. Too bad. I'm wondering, did I miss something, David? Let me scroll back. Any input or saying it? Oh, poses. Okay, got it. Okay, yeah. From that, yeah. Not really. I mean, I did pitch that to them at some point, and I know that one of the production guys, came into my studio, brought, what was it? I think they just he brought a design sheet, and he brought a Hot Toys Loki figure, the original Loki figure. And I can't remember if this premium format ever came. I think Sideshow finally did a Loki premium format, right? Where he's just kind of holding the cube. But maybe it didn't have the cube. Anyway, but he showed me a design sheet with Loki in a particular pose, holding the Cosmic Cube, the Tesseract, for all of you MCU people. And he's like, can you hit this pose with this figure? I'm like, and I did. And they used that. They gave that to the sculptors. I don't know if they photographed it or if they just passed the statue or the figure off to the sculptors and just had them base their sculpt on that. But yeah, in that regard, one time I used a figure to help illustrate what the team wanted what the statue to look like. But that's it. Speaking of handsome men, hey Paul Hernandez, what's up, dude? Man, I really should have been posing by now, shouldn't I have? Yeah, hope you're doing well. We should do another show together. This time we should do it in your house. I'll have to talk to Sideshow and see if they're down with that. But good to see you. Yeah, it looks like you're having fun. It looks like you're having fun on your shows. Yeah, I'm glad. Oh boy, we're sharing damage incidents. My Ray figure took a dive and now has a bit of a paint scrape on her hair. That's lame. You know what happened recently? I think I've mentioned this, but maybe not. But where is it at? That Captain America shield right here? That used to be on this shelf over here to my right. And I never mounted it to the wall. I always planned to hang it to the wall just like that Captain Britain shield behind me there. Or not Captain Britain, Captain Carter. And, but I never did. And I was moving... What was it? I don't know. One of the figures that was up there. I was moving it to put up another figure or whatever. And I didn't realize that the figure I was moving was supporting that shield. And that shield started to move. And it caused... Who fell? Was it Ironmonger? I don't know if it was Ironmonger or it was somebody, but some figure took a dive off of there and broke my freaking Cyclops statue down there. Just chipped his hair all to hell. Annoying. God, I'm tired. Seems like production numbers are low on recent Hot Toys based on everything having to be pre-ordered now and will be going forward. Opens the door for some stuff being very rare in the future. Wisdom. I think I've said it recently. If feels like if you want to make sure that you get a figure, don't wait. Get your order in. Because yeah, they do seem to be selling out. Scrolling past all the people saying hi to Paul. Yeah, in fact, I remember, and I didn't really know that at the time. And I posted a photo of Reaper, and somebody was just like, it looks like, I think he said like a hunter from, or just some character from, oh Christ, what's the name of the Bungie game? That's in like its 4th generation right now, 3rd or 4th generation. There's hunters, there's warlocks. But anyway, it looks like a character from a video game, and I was just like, you accusing me of stealing that idea? I was hypersensitive about it. I don't know why I was really cranky, but I always felt bad about that, about my knee-jerk response. Yeah, man, In this house, in this room, when I first moved in, I had the UCS Slave 1. And a part fell off of him, and one brick was missing. And nothing else was in this room. I had just moved in the day before. So nothing was out of boxes. That was legitimately one of the first things that I took out of the box to put on this desk. And that brick just disappeared. How does that happen? How? I'm not saying I do that, but my robe does have a hood. I suppose so. Darth Timorous is out. Okay, see ya. Destiny 2, yeah, that's it. Primetime Reviews is here. What's up, dude? Excuse me. As always, why is that doing that? Oh, weird. I was trying to pause my music because there's a noise outside. I'm not sure what it is. Did I ever post? Oh, there it is. Huh, okay. Okay, good. Sorry, I'm distracted by many things YouTube oriented. Ah, you got the deluxe Toby Spider-Man. I love the Toby portrait. Wow, that Sandman base is huge. I still have that here. It's another one that I didn't realize I still had. It's been sitting in my kitchen by the back door since the first look, I guess. So yeah, that's still here. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I think some people were not pleased about the portrait. I don't know why. Sometimes there are so many polarizing portraits out there that it makes me wonder, it makes me curious as to how people see things, how their brain interprets visual information. And is it possible that people are seeing things differently? And if it were, how would we figure it out? I'm just kind of curious. Ah, that's it. That's it. Glad you're here, Blitz. Thank you for thank you for that. Is that a Chrome Stormtrooper? Oh no, it looks white. Okay. Flavio's House of Collectibles is in the house. Hello all in chat and Terry. Dude, Padme is an amazing figure. Yeah, speaking of which, let's get to work on that. Before I run out of breath. I have to do it's not my only posing video I have to do today. Nice. Fortunately, the man most directly responsible for keeping me on point about that is out on maternity leave, paternity leave, what have you. So, okay, so here she is. I have no idea how I'm going to pose her. And I didn't do my homework, so it's entirely possible that the pose that I do is going to be a similar pose to one that I've already struck. I'm trying to see if I can get this more level, because I don't want it falling over. Wow. My floor must be really crooked. Okay. Wow. Maybe I should have just done the table. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. That's close enough. Okay. And this is way off. I think that's just a matter of the warping in the floor. Old house. Old homes have issues. Paper fire. Whoop. There it is. Bingo, bingo, bongo. Got him. Okay. Meticulous attention to detail. Here she is, in all of her glory and all of her box. Obviously already been opened. Love that anniversary packaging, man. I'm so smitten with it. I mean, it's not enough to push me over the edge, so I figure that I don't already want and or need. And the reason I picked this, by the way, is because I saw on that aforementioned Hot Toys photo of their upcoming releases that one of those releases is Anakin And that is the only figure in that on that thing that I'm getting. Wow. Yeah, there's all the plastic bits. Oh, I can crack myself up. Dobby's looking at me because I told him we're going to the fun park today. And he's expecting it like now. Speaking of now, right now, yeah, almost all gone. So yeah, there we go. And I predict again that it will, by the time I finish posing this Padme, should I use this? I hate hoods. I don't like messing with hoods. I'm no good at it. I don't think anybody else is good at it either. I honestly don't. I don't think that there's I've not seen a single hooded figure pose that that I've thought looked satisfactory. At least nothing that comes to mind. Now the only exception to that, I think, is the 2.0 Darth Maul with Sith Speeder, the Phantom Menace Darth Maul. And I did wash my hands right before the show because I knew I was going to be messing with a white figure, and yeah, highly recommended. Look, I didn't even bother to straighten her eyes. Yeah, let's see here. There we go. Are they even looking properly? I guess so, yeah. Yeah, they're pretty close. One of my rare early successes working with posable eyeballs was this figure. But yeah, getting back to hoods, I just don't. I think that I think they've upgraded. I think the Hot Toys has leveled up with this Darth Maul release. I need to look closer at those Palpatine photos because maybe it's possible that Palpatine also looks pretty solid. I don't know. I looked at that Palpatine thing came up and I was just like, nope, not looking at that, not looking at that, don't want it, don't want it. And I just made sure that I was like, lead me not into temptation and all that other good shit. But that might be a good one as well. But that Maul, when I saw that Maul, really looked like they've leveled up their game on the hoods. The fact is that hoods require a couple of things. They require the proper weight in order to make them fall in a natural way. And they also need a particular thickness in order to drape naturally, for lack of a better word. Make sure I'm not forgetting any. Oh, yeah, eye tool. And in 6 scale, that's just so hard. It's so hard to pull off. That's why we get wires in hoods, in order for us to be able to fake that. But even with the wires and hoods, the nature of that particular beast is such that you get the hair. Like in humans, you know, we put on a hood and it pushes our hair flat. With figures, you can't do that. You don't have that luxury. I've even considered things like buying a second Maul portrait and taking all the horns off of it, and having that be the portrait that he wears when he has the hood on. That might help. But every time I think about it, I stop and I think of something else, because that's money. All right, so I think that this is in this particular, her head is in this particular pose because I think the last time I was messing with this figure was for the for Sideshow's poser shorts. I'm calling them poser shorts because it sounds like an article of clothing. All right, I'm going to put on my poser shorts. I think I'm funny, but I'm not. So I think I was doing like this kind of a pose, only the other way. So she was kind of doing like a little coquettish. Oh wow, her eyes are off. Oh yeah. So I don't think I'm going to do that this time. Let's see. I always get nervous taking off heads. Let's go ahead and pull her hair out. What'd you do today, Terry? I pulled Natalie Portman's hair out. Yeah. Let's see. Got okay. So how do I want to do this? Really, the pose should actually happen first, and then the very last thing that you do should be the eyes. Oh, well, that just kind of snapped into place. I think this eye needs to go down a touch. I was watching Annihilation with Natalie Portman. Let's see how that looks. Still a little bit of drift, right? Yeah, left eye needs to come in a little bit. Who's seen that movie? I'm actually kind of making it a point. I think I decided while watching that I just really want to go back and rewatch everything that, now it's even worse. I want to go back and watch everything that Alex Garland has ever done in cinema. The Beach, 28 Days Later. Wow, this takes time. Now it's in a little bit. I shouldn't have bragged about finally getting this right, because now it's... this figure is like messing with me. These things are twitchy. Alright. I'm gonna worry about that later. That's close enough for now. If not close enough for government work. Let's get this back in there. Did I do that wrong? Nope. There we go. Okay. So here's the thing. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to use this costume because I think this was originally... we never saw her wearing this outfit. If I recall. I think it was just a concept art thing, right? Or was she wearing this when they got on the ship to fly to Naboo? I honestly don't remember. But it's very, very hard to get this thing to look right. So I think what I want to do, first of all, this and this don't work in a screen accuracy scenario, because by the time she got a hold of a droid blaster, her costume was already shredded. Which I would really have... I don't know. I'm torn between wishing that there was an option to have a shredded shirt on this figure, and also acknowledging that, I don't know, it's kind of creepy. I don't know. Natalie Portman is too young for me. There we go. Man, the blaster. I just love that chrome. That Nabooian chrome. Or I guess they call it Nubian, right? Is that the, is that official? The J-Type 367 Nubian was her ship, and that's a weird freaking fact to remember off the top of your head. But I always wondered, is Nubian... Is Nubian what like Naboo's version of Earthling? Is that what you call people of Naboo? She had on the cape, right? But did she have on the hood? My favorite prequel movie, and I don't remember this detail. So let's go ahead and do, again, we're going to go with, I'm going to go with, kind of a, I don't want to call it, pinup girl pose, almost. Because this whole thing does kind of remind me of that. And while pinups, I think are kind of cheesy, but one of the things that I'm having to work with here is the sleeve gate, which, by the way, for those of us joining us just now, I will say it again, this, the sleeve gate is a non-issue. These are highly elastic sleeves, and when you move them rapidly, and I think a lot of people were referring to the, like in the process of actually playing with the figure when showing off the articulation, if you do that, sleeve's going to ride up, and I actually genuinely feel like it's not doing it as much now. Like over time, the fabric stretches a little bit, maybe, I don't know, but it's, you can plainly see that it's okay. When I go back like that, it rides up a little bit. Okay, well, let's just work it a little bit, bring it down, and then boom, problem solved. It's, yeah, so if you have this on order and you've heard the outcry about sleeve gate, let it go. It's a non-issue. Oh, I forgot about these little bits. Okay, so I'm going to do the hip cock, right? But do I want to do it backwards or forwards? She's definitely got to be cocking a hip. Has that poser short dropped, the Padme one? It's getting to the point where I just don't remember. Yeah. Do it this way. I'm just messing with those feet there. Here's a challenge for you. Pose a figure without the head. And I think this one has to be. Bring that hip forward. Get that down. Remember back in the old days when I would do a poser video and I would provide constant commentary throughout? That was an editing trick. I definitely wasn't, frequently Michael or Brendan would just be like, talk about what you're doing. And I would have to, like, it's like I can do one, but not the other. I'm better at it now than I was in the beginning. But yeah, see, this is what the source of my frustration here is, this floating aspect of this cape. And I'm just not good at getting it right. Okay, so since I'm doing it this way, yeah, since I'm doing it this way, I think I'm going to have her eyes. I should have just left her eyes where they were, because that's exactly where they're going to go. And again, I hope that I'm not hitting the same poser that I did on the poser shorts. But if I was wearing my poser shorts, then I don't have any poser shorts. I hate shorts. You will. I guarantee that if you ever see me at all, you won't see me in shorts. Nice. The shredded shirt is more iconic with her in the movie with the slash in the back. I'm sure they could have figured out a way to do it without being creepy. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. And frankly, I don't even care. I'm just like, whatever. But, I mean, it looks good. The costume looks great. But, and I don't know. I think you're right. I feel like most of the time when we do think about Padme in this movie, in this outfit, we do think about her in the battle. Because she's not wearing it for very long. She's wearing it during the droid battle, the factory battle. I don't know. Why do you think they made the decision to go with this instead of that? People, sound off. The thing about these eyes is that when you get them right, like laser focus locked right on, they look so good, but if it's a fraction of a millimeter off, then it just ruins the whole look. So you've got to be meticulous with it. But I think that's got it. Okay. Sleeves, glorious sleeves. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo those eyes. The other thing about this design that that frequently frustrates me is if you're not careful, and again, this is on me. This is just a learning curve sort of a thing. I can't think of a better way they could have designed this rolling eyeball, new neck joint, all that good stuff. I think it's a solid design decision. But there is a learning curve, and you have to be careful about what angle you put your head on, because if you're off, you run the potential of bumping into those eye pegs and knocking your eyes askew. And I've done that frequently. Getting better about it, though. Yeah, I want to have her looking up slightly from under her brows. It's like the bulk of my posing these days has been given over to eyes. To getting the eyes right. And I'm okay with that. Shit. Come on, Nat. Do your thing. Ooh. Something's not right. Oh, God. Exorcist eyes. Oh. There you go. If you do, if they ever do an Asajj Ventress figure, hear me, Hot Toys. If they ever do an Asajj Ventress figure, then instead of creating two portraits, one with the white eyes and one with the the animated series eyes, you could just make it so that you roll the eyeballs back. Problem solved. Money saved. Pass on that savings to the customer. Said no corporation ever. I'm determined to get this right. I think that's got it. It's one way to do it is to look at it in a camera. It's focusing on my fingers because that's the nearest thing. It's slightly off, I think. That's why. It needs to be dead center. No, I think we're good. I think we're good enough. And I think if you're going to err, you need to err with having them too far apart. There we go. Yeah, just having her look at from like beneath her eyebrows really does add something to it. All right, so let's try to get this. Let's play with this in a way that kind of makes it go, almost said pear-shaped. Am I doing it wrong? Is it supposed to be going off to the side? I honestly don't remember. And I don't see her instructions, so I've apparently... No, there they are. Bear with me. And I'm going to get that comment down so that you can see more of... Oh, what's going on here? So many comments. It's my second favorite Star Wars girl. I'm guessing Leia is your first. Do you think Hot Toys says you have to strike a balance with figure stock levels? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. That's dancing dangerously close to areas that if I did know anything about it, I probably shouldn't be talking about it. And, you know, as we know, although I frequently do. But anyway, get that down. All right, so let's see here. Nope, it just goes straight back, right? Yeah. All right. So I just suck, or I've done something to this thing at some point in time to make it want to give me a headache. It's giving me a headache is kind of what it's doing. Actually, that might be the wine. I want to say that when I was doing the first look video, I never did get this right either. I had to cheat it somehow in order to show it off. Yeah, those eyes still aren't right. God. Okay, let's think about this. Let's take that out a little bit. There we go. I think you got to take this hair off for this thing to work. Like we said, the hair is definitely a issue. Oh, that could do it. Struggling today, man. On so many levels. Remember those days when I would just cavalierly toss the instructions over my shoulder? Ha! Crom laughs at your instructions. Okay. Yeah, this thing is definitely going to help it to weigh down the cape, but it's actually getting it over her head properly is a task and a half. And I'm trying to decide if it's just me. Let me see this. Is there something I'm forgetting? Oh, there's magnets. Yeah, but the magnets are just to hold it closed, right? Yeah. Okay. Are there magnets in this? Yeah, just there and there. To hold it closed. Okay. I wonder how many people I lose when I'm taking this long to post something. And again, I'm doing this for kicks, not clicks, so who cares, right? Okay. So bringing that around. Whew. Play with it, rotate that head a little bit. Not the head, but the hat. Boy, this is hard. Ah. That does help. Actually, having the full hood on does help to weigh down that costume. I'll rotate it around so you can see. So it does look a lot better with that, but the issue I'm having here is with getting it folded properly. And I can see in the pictures that even they were having issues with that. You can't get all of it to go up, to go underneath the chin. So, so what to do? Honestly, don't know. Let's see if there's just not enough room under her neck. I'm thinking maybe if I tilt her head down a little bit more. Now, see, it just wants to pop right back up. And it doesn't stay close. Let me see. Come out of there, you. Okay. If I can pull this down a little bit, the cloak I mean, then that might create enough room to make that function the way it's supposed to. Let the wrinkles lead you. Let the wrinkles be your guide. There's the magnet, okay. And maybe. Nope. Go down. This is maddening. This is maddening for me. I can't imagine what it must be like for those watching. When something takes this long. And also for somebody like me who, like, typically the most time I spend posing a figure would be like, I don't know, 5 minutes. So every time I run into an issue like this, it can be particularly maddening. Let's hear it for Adderall. But that's about got it. Except for this part back here, which is now weightless. I think what I just did there was probably to... No, not quite. So I'm going to wrap it all the way around and tuck it up under there. How's that look? That looks actually pretty good in the back. Right? So I think that's got it. Now... just lean back too far there. Get that hip out. Arch that back. And let's try to get these hands into a more believable pose. Okay. That hand needs to be bent this way more. There we go. Let's get it back down in there. And the final thing you want to do is fix those sleeves. I'm noticing a sleeve theme here this year. What's going on? Oh, I couldn't see the comments because I had banners open. Yeah, she does have it in the cartoon Clone Wars movie, and that's, yeah. Show, right? Web series. And that's actually what I thought it was, an homage to, because in my headcanon, she didn't wear this in Attack of the Clones, but apparently I'm wrong. A shame to get that all done and then realize that you don't have the eyes perfectly right. So here we go. I'm going to just do my little rotation here. Feet, torso, and then head must break that middle ground, and it does. Get that. I'm going to be really persnickety about this. I want it to look just good, and I don't think I'm going to be able to pull that off today. So this leg needs to be slightly cocked. This leg needs to be totally straight in order to get that balance. Man, that headpiece is just ruining it for me. And again, look, the fabric's popped out from under her chin. It's just a never-ending process. But there's kind of what I'm going for. And again, I always reserve the right to futz with this after the show. Or, much more likely, to how do I want to say it? Put her back on the box until Anakin gets here. I don't know. Okay. It is a cool outfit, man. To think I was going to pass this up. I was very close to just not getting it. But from what I understand, it's actually fetching a pretty penny on eBay right now too. Anyway, so there she is. You can see she's just kind of like got her hip thrust forward, gun out, and she's just kind of turning into that. And part of me kind of wonders if maybe she shouldn't be turning the other way and like dropping her shoulder. I think she's dropping her shoulder right here, but I wonder how it would look if I twisted her torso in the other direction. Yeah, not good. I don't like it. So we'll go back to that. And every time you touch this thing, it moves. This headdress. Don't like it. All right, how are the chats looking? Using a thin strip of double-sided tape will keep that flush to the shoulders. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? I also worry about the adhesive on the tape discoloring the white outfit. I've been known to use double-sided tape on many, many things, especially if the pose is just going to be like a brief one. And I would, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what there would be like some sort of a adhesive transfer from the tape into the fabric that would over time discolor it. I mean, It's a white costume. It's probably going to get discolored over time anyway. I mean, look at it compared to my hair. Yeah. But yeah, that's a solid idea in most cases. And I don't think I've ever brought up the usefulness of double-sided tape when messing with these figures. But I have two different varieties, like the regular version and the super strong stuff. Not super strong, not like the kind that you would use to mount something to a car, for instance. Not the really high-quality 3M shit, but yeah, just general. This is going to be a generalization of the kind I usually despise, but I think the Padme in torn shirt look is iconic, is because the primary audience is male and men are predictable. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, it's like a lot of the statues that are out there. There's this guy, I can't remember his name, but we're Facebook friends. But he's doing some shit with his sculpting that's actually probably illegal. I'm talking like he'll do a sculpt of Hermione and then he'll offer a nude version. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure like even a character who is underage, that's probably child porn. It's probably not something that you should be doing. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Joker J. I'm a big fan of it says that enjoy the challenge of eyes and restrictive suits. Perhaps on crazy, subtle poses can be more expressive than dynamic sometimes. I've always said that. I've always been a fan of that. That's why Padme's looking like this. I mean, there's more of an artistry. It's to doing a proper museum pose and doing it well. To the point that I'm frequently not satisfied with my own. I don't. It's like it's almost, the process is never complete. But yeah, you're right. It's the subtlety of it, the way that it takes up less real estate on your shelf. But it's possible to do dynamic poses in such a way that to the untrained eye especially, they look great. But when you start to pick it apart, it's like, oh no, he's just, that doesn't look good at all. Happened once on Strike a Pose, and I won't name the person because I do remember there was somebody who at the end of every episode of Strike a Pose, I would have to do a critique of everybody's poses, and I never felt comfortable with that. But I did because it was required of me. And this one guy, who again will remain nameless, I just got the impression while I was talking to him, I just saw the look on his face just wither. And he was polite with his response, but he never spoke to me again. He never, I think we bumped into each other once and he was just like, eh. Yeah, at Comic-Con. And I was like, ooh. Very awkward. Hope the Mall 2.0 sale is magnetic. It was a pain trying to put Padme's head back on for that movie in the eyes. Yeah. I haven't put much thought into what goes into that decision. The decision of which kind of neck to go with. I talked a little bit last week about Mace's sculpt being a one-piece head and neck. And maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe the magnetic neck makes it much easier for the shaved head to remain flush with the neck. I don't know. Maybe that's part of it. Wonder who that would be. Thank you. When I tried to adjust the purse, nice. On my Clone Wars Ahsoka, I thought about using some black tack and toothpicks on the eyes so that I had something to show how aligned they were, like laser beams. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know how that would work. If you do, decide to make a video of it, let me know. She's starting to remind me of the little brother in Ghostbusters story getting suited up to go outside. I've never seen that movie. At some point, I never even knew about it until like college, and then by that point, everybody was like, "You've never seen A Christmas Story?" And then after a certain point, it just became like a point of pride for me. Like, so many people gave me shit about not seeing A Christmas Story that now I never want to see it. Let the Wrinkles Lead You reminds me of Follow the Bone and Meat Cutting. Yeah, okay. This hook always makes me think None with a Gun. Okay. Oh, I know. Yeah, okay. I get you. Oh, wow. That's a lot. Did I miss anything else? I believe she's holding it when they're on Tatooine when R2 comes off the ship with a message from Owen. This is referring to the hood. Okay. Oh, is she wearing it when they, I think she's wearing it when they meet Watto. Right? I'm done conjecturing. I've got the movie on this freaking, computer. Okay, let's see. No, she's wearing the blue thing when they go to, right? Okay, she's got a different kind of hood on when they first get to Tatooine. Let's go kill some Tuskens. And then Anakin comes back. She's wearing the blue robe with the funky Native American looking design on it. It's like got a Navajo Hopi look to it. Okay, yeah, she's wearing the cape. And she is holding it. You're right. Nailed it. Were you cheating? Or did you actually have that in your head, Harold? That's actually pretty good. Yeah, definitely. Oh, something jumped. There we go. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, Nubian was... Yeah, if that was the... if that was meant to refer to the people of Naboo, was Nabooian just a hard thing to say? I don't understand the choice there. Okay, I think I made my way all the way back to where I was. I don't think I skipped anybody's comments, so that's awesome. And that's it. We are at, wow, 47 viewers right now. Are you serious? Hi, everyone. Man, 2 weeks in a row with pretty solid viewership. I'm really, I mean, I do this for kicks, not clicks. But still, it's kind of cool to see everybody here. Thank you for showing up to watch me play with dolls. I do take it very seriously, which is probably why I still have a job. That and because I'm just so gosh darn likable. Somewhere out there, there's somebody laughing at that idea. But if you're not making enemies, then you're probably not living properly. Yeah, I'll be playing with this for a long, long time. Anyway, it is now 11:30. Means I've been online for 2 hours. Wow, the time just flew by for me. So, without further ado, I'm going to call this a pose, and I'm going to call this a show, and get my day started. Oh. There. Complete. Move it back. There we go. Love, love, love. Little things like this. It's just so fun. Where do Star Wars ghosts come from? Naboo. Take that dad joke with you and enjoy the weekend, friends. Right back at you, Joker J. Thanks, everybody, for chiming in and participating in the chats. Yeah, good times. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, yeah. Wrinkles are gone, dude. See? Wrinkle gate is not a thing. And the sleeve gate is not a thing. So, tell all your friends. It slides up when you move it, but you can work it back down. And I think it's easier to do with the arm out here than it is with the arm up front. So just, you know, just remember that even human sleeves do this. And just have to work with it. And if you look at the poses at the end of the first look, and I'm not saying there's going to be a poser short of this, but there's going to be a poser short of this. And if you look at the poses in the poser short, you'll see that there are no issues with the sleeves. So anyway, without further ado, thank you, Gina, for the comment on the pose compliment. Oh God, no, you did not miss 3 strikes. I just didn't do it. I'll catch up next week. I'm not going to do it now. I'm just tired, and I got to get the dog to the park, and got to buy groceries, and I really shouldn't mow. That grass is so tall. All right, guys. Have a good weekend. Have a good weekend. Have a good week next week, and see you the following weekend here. I hope. I think I'll be here. Might have to go to California first week of June, but I should be back by Saturday. Is that first week of June? No. Let me see. No. Now, next week is, in fact, the first week, the 1st of June, I think, and possibly the 2nd. And so I'll be here for a stream next week, but the following week, I may be taking the week off so that I can go to California. Speaking of that, if anybody lives in St. Louis and wants to house/pet sit, that would be great. I'll make it worth your while. Take care, everybody. Have a good weekend, and we'll catch up with you soon. And close one. Be good to your plastic. Bye.